Yesterday, I was with my daughter and we were planning Thanksgiving. And then it turned to Christmas. And before I knew it, my heartbeat was racing. And I realized, oh, this is a time when we begin to really speed up, especially those of us who celebrate the holidays, whether we make things or gift things, cards, cooking, whatever it is we do. For many of us, there's a speeding up that happens this time of the year. We might notice outside that things are slowing down, but for us, if you think about the holidays for a moment, if you think about Thanksgiving, which is just a few weeks away, maybe you notice the to-do list generates immediately. It pops right to the surface. I bet some of you are with me there. Regardless of what the to-do list is, today we're going to do some familiar practices. We're really going to slow them down. So the idea here is to not be in a hurry, to allow ourselves to fully come into the sensations that we are experiencing in the body. You know, I love to play this way. And it reminded me of when we were kids and we would do slow motion action. So think about that. Or if you have your grandkids, all of a sudden they go in, let's do slow motion, and then everything is slow-mo. So today we're going to be doing a slow-mo pattern, and we're going to begin, as we always do, with our breath. And so we're not going to do anything special with our breath. We're just going to allow ourselves to settle into the sensation of breath. So as we inhale, we notice what happens in the heart area, the belly, the back. So we'll start with the torso. And as we breathe in, we begin to notice. The mind might have opinions about this. See if we can let the opinions go and just settle into the cadence of our breath. Perhaps we bring our attention now to the arms and the hands. And watch how the breath informs our body in these areas. Bringing the attention now to the pelvis and the hip joints. And if you're not sitting a little bit forward on the chair, do that now. We don't have to quantify or describe what is happening with our breath. We're simply noticing sensation. Let's notice the left leg. And let's follow that observation all the way into the foot. And now we're going to notice the right leg. And as we breathe, we observe the right leg. All the way to the foot. We come back, and just for a moment, we sense into this wonderful biotechnology that is our body. So when we hear mindfulness practice is simply about coming present without judgment or description, just allowing ourselves to be fully immersed in the moment. There's a spaciousness that can open inside of us if we can give the tempo of our lives the opportunity to really slow down. We're going to incorporate movement now into our practice, and we're going to do our cat-cow twist cycle. And we're going to do this with mindful awareness, and we're going to do it very slowly. So we're going to go into our cat. And so to do that, we're going to slide our hands out to cup our knees. The chin comes toward the heart. We spread between the shoulder blades. We spread the musculature between the shoulder blades, and we're going to pause here with breath. And we're going to notice, if you feel so inclined, or observe the sensations in this posture, noticing how the hands hold the knees, how the arms support this posture, how the space between the shoulder blades is noticed and sensed. How the chin is coming toward the heart and the back of the neck is soft. The jaw is soft. Coming into the cow now, we're going to slide our hands up and we're going to anchor them at the juncture where the thighs and the torso meet, and we're going to press down. And as we press down, we lean forward just a little bit and the heart lifts and the chin lifts slightly. We're not tucking the head back. We're just allowing a lengthening of the spine. And we're going to pause here. Let the jaw be soft. Let the eyes be closed or soft focused. Noticing the places in the back of the body that open with this practice. And attention comes to the front body, noticing perhaps how there is engagement there also. We come back to center, and we're going to take a twist now to the right. So we take the left hand across the body, hold the outside of the leg, release the right hand, maybe to hold the back of the chair or the seat of the chair. We lift our heart here, and we take a gentle twist. And maybe noticing sensation in shoulders. Again, the jaw is soft, the eyes are soft. Notice the sensation in the rib cage. Notice perhaps how every breath the head might turn just a little more to look to the right. Coming back to center. You're slowly going to move to the left now. Right hand to the outside of the leg, left hand to the chair seat or the back, heart lifts. And we take a gentle twist, looking to the left. Keep the jaw soft, keep the eyes soft. Let the breath be full, let the rib cage expand, let the head turn slightly. And then we come back to center. We're going to take our slow-mo practice to standing. So we're going to step one foot forward and the other foot steps back. And then we're going to hinge forward to come to standing. We're going to take our chair. We're going to be facing the seat of the chair. We're going to do a little bit of sun salute here. So before we go to the chair, we're going to come to our arms. Let's start with our left arm. We're going to float this arm up just to shoulder height. And then we're going to float it open. Palm up. And then slowly bring the arm above the head. And then return to the starting position. Switch sides. This arm floats up. That's going to be the right arm. We open and the palm turns up. Float up to the ceiling and only go as high as your shoulders say this is enough. And then we float back down. Now facing the seat of the chair, we're going to float those arms forward and we're going to take them up, pressing into the feet, breathing in. We expand to extend, and then we're going to fold our hands toward the chair or toward the floor. Pause in the forward fold. Then the hands are going to slide up the calf. We're doing a half lift here. We pause and breathe. So if your hands are on the chair, the hands move to the calves, to the shins, excuse me. When we're here, engage the thigh muscles. So lift above the knee, lift the musculature above the knee. That helps release the hamstrings a little more. And then we're going to bring the hands to the chair. We're going to bring that left foot a little closer to the chair, and we're going to step back with the right foot. Scoot that foot back as far as you'd like. We're coming into the top of a lunge. We're going to pause here, and we're just going to allow ourselves to soften into the lunge as we breathe. I like holding on to the outer edges of the chair. I'm looking to have more support in my legs than in my hands. And then we're going to straighten the front leg and fold toward the leg. And in slow motion, we're going to bend that knee again. So we want the knee to be above the ankle. And then we're going to float back. So now with slow awareness, we're going forward and back and forward and back and forward. The next time the knee is forward, step up with the back foot and step back with the left foot. That right knee bends. We've got a nice lunge. We could really take the hands off of the chair if we want, because the weight is supported by the legs. We're breathing here. And then we move. We're folding, straighten that front leg, fold forward. Then we bend. And then we fold and straighten that front leg. Then we bend the knee. Straighten. Bend. Straighten. Bend. This time we're going to step back with the right foot. So take your time. We're coming into a version of chair dog. So in this posture, we'll be here for some breaths. The feet are parallel, and they're about as wide apart as the hip joints. The hands are basically just here for balance. We're not weighted on our hands at all. We're standing on our feet. And maybe if you feel comfortable, the hands can come to that half lift posture where we have our hands on our shins. Now soften the knees. Release the hands off of the chair. Sit backwards. So we're bringing the knees pretty much right above the ankles here. The hands can rest on the waist. They can rest on the thighs. We're pausing here. And we're going to rise slowly and then settle slowly. So we're doing a little bit of strengthening in the legs, the glutes, and the hip joints, but we're not going fast. We're doing this slowly. And by now you probably are starting to feel warmed up. We're going to be rising out of this. So the next time we are settled into the seat, we're going to float those arms up. They come shoulder height. And we're going to press into the feet, keep the knees strong, and slowly, slowly, slowly rise up. Bring the hands together. If the shoulders aren't happy, we can pause right here. If you'd like a little more, we can bring them up and create a back bend. We're going to float those arms down slowly. And we come to mountain. We're going to face the seat of the chair again. We're going to take our feet at least as wide as the mat. Let's bring our right hand to the center of the chair, and we're going to bend the right knee. We're taking our heart to the left. Maybe we extend the left arm. Maybe we don't. We pause here. We're looking over that left shoulder, feeling our way into the whole foot, the whole right foot, the whole left foot, and then noticing the sensation in the legs. To come out of this, we're just slowly going to turn the torso, turn the head. Both hands are going to come to the seat of the chair. We're going to scoop the right hand a little toward the right side. The left hand comes to the middle of the chair. We're going to bend that left knee. And we're going to turn the heart to the right. We can extend the arm or hold on to the waist. We're looking over the right shoulder here. Anchor into the feet. Can we feel all four corners of each foot? Of course, one's going to be a little heavier than the other. However, we can still feel the whole circumference of the foot. There, those of you who thought you would never use math in yoga, there's circumference. There you go. Breathing. And then slowly coming back to center, we let the torso come parallel. We're going to bring both hands to the chair. The feet can stay where they are, or we can take them a little bit wider if that feels good. Have a little softness in the knee, they're not locked out. And then we're going to bring our head toward the seat of the chair. And maybe we stack our fists to support the head. So if we can find a way to support our head, the wider the legs, sometimes it's easier to get the head to the seat of the chair, but that's not important. What's important here is we find a way to support the forehead so that the neck can be soft. So the neck releases. We're going to slowly come out of this. So the hands are flat on the chair, softness in the knees, walk the feet toward each other, bringing them about hip width apart. Soften the knees to sweep the arms up slowly, bringing the hands to heart center. And now we're going to return to our chair for our Shavasana. So have a seat. And as we enter our Shavasana, the invitation is to follow the breath and observe the experience that your body is having now with your breath. Today's thought is from Lao Tzu. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Tenderly begin to deepen the breath. And the eyes come open. There's an old adage that if you want to speed up, you need to slow down. So as the holiday season ramps up, remember to give your precious self the space to have a little slowness every day. We're going to open our arms wide. We gather all the blessings that already exist, and in appreciation and gratitude, we draw them into our hearts. And together we all say, Namaste.